Only 4 contestants remain to see which 2 will win to become the official Arena of Valor casters.
But to be a caster, you have to look like a caster, so we sent all 4 of our contestants out for a little makeover.
It's like taking a shower, but I'm not crying.
Heyo fam, it's your boy Bag, that's Twitch TV, a brown bag, and honestly, I'm just trying to spin my way into the top 2.
I'm Alexander Opal Archambault. You can find me on Twitch at OpalCast. I'm looking forward to E3.
Hey, I'm TJ. You can find me on the internet at esportstj, and I'm excited to exuberantly educate people about Arena of Valor at E3.
What's up? I'm Daniel Ikuta, aka D2. We must be playing Battleship because next time you see me, I'll be on that stage at E3.
Looking good, everyone. Now you not only sound like great casters, but you look like really solid casters as well.
This is your final challenge.
This comes from a little bit of personal experience. Many years ago, I had to cast not 1, not 2, but 3 full days all on my own. Sounds a little terrifying, and trust me, at certain moments it was. But what's most important is that the show must always go on. So this final challenge here at Arena of Valor Caster School is called Flying Solo.
I think the hardest thing about flying solo is that it all falls back on you, and if you're not someone who's used to dealing with that kind of pressure, it might be really brutal.
All 4 of our finalists are ready for a shot on stage. So what I really needed was a challenge that truly helps distinguish the 2 winners. This isn't just flying solo. This is a technical gauntlet.
Our casters think they're flying solo, but what they don't know is we're going to be throwing them a lot of challenges. In this one, we're going to fake as if the mic has gone out in the idea of distracting them. Let's find out if they have what it takes. In this next challenge, we're purposely going to bring up the wrong graphic. We're going to ask our casters to talk about the North American teams when in reality, the European teams will be shown. In our next little surprise, we're going to bring up the seasonal recap video, but it's going to freeze on them.
In this final challenge, we have confetti cannons.
But of course, they go off at the wrong moment, and they have to finish the show strong no matter what!
What I'm looking for in this challenge is to see how reliable our casters really are. Do they crack under pressure, or are they able to continue moving forward, keeping the show positive no matter what's thrown at them?
Some of the worst technical problems I've had while casting. I've had my video encoder freeze. I've had a mandatory Windows update. I've had my mom come into the room and start yelling at me. And probably the worst is I've had my cat get stuck in my cables.
When I first walked onto the stage, I was very nervous, but I'm used to that because I'm constantly nervous, so it was fine.
4, 3, the Valor 2, 1. You're live, TJ.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Valor Series Regional Finals. My name is TJ, and you're going to have to excuse my excessive excitement because we're here at E3 2018. We're going to go through the standings, my personal predictions, and the format in just a few minutes here. We'll take a look first at the format as we explore this exciting format.
The Valor Series features 6 weeks of competition with open qualifiers.
We got a little issue, Will. Can I get, we're gonna have an audio problem?
Yeah, we only got about 40 seconds, so we gotta do it quick.
All right, AJ, run out there and check the caster mic. We got an issue with his head.
Picking this up to retain their spot. After 6 weeks, the top 4 teams.
Somebody have a caster count to 10 real quick.
Los Angeles.
All right, TJ, count to 10 for me real quick.
1, 2, 3,
somebody have him count to 10. I need him to hear something out of the caster.
We're wrapping up the video. Do we have a solution?
Hey, no, AJ, just get a handheld. Get the handheld for him. I can't hear his head.
North America.
TJ, keep the headset on. Use the handheld mic. You'll be all right.
Is the Valor Series.
And you're live.
And that's the format. Of course, we do need to take a look at the seeding as well. Let's take a quick look as we explore our exciting entrance.
Good job, TJ.
Teams from North America and Europe have battled their way all the way.
All right, TJ, stand by. We're gonna have to come back to you.
I was ready for the video to stop playing. I knew that was gonna happen.
TJ, you're live.
looks like I'm the exciting entrant. This is the inaugural Valor Series Regional Finals live at E3. The winning team from each region will qualify for the World Championship with a $500,000 prize. We'll find out what happens next after this. When the confetti cannons went off, I was unimpressed.
Why would you have confetti cannons there anyway?
I think I did all right overall on the challenge, but now I think everyone else will hit approximately the same mark.
Find your hero.
4, 3, 2, 1. You're live, back.
Hello, family, friends, silvers, and diamonds. This is Valor Series. I'm Bag, and today you're gonna see some of the most competitive gameplay in Arena Valor history. We're gonna review some of the standings in NA. On first place, we have Team Noob. And in second for the Dream. Now, just wanted to catch your eyes. This is EU, not NA. Sorry about that.
So I started talking about North America, and right away I noticed that the graphic on screen is EU. I think that visually was the most hard thing for me to come back.
Team Noob has your boy Vex on it. That is very popular as a player, and Nova barely slid their way into that fourth place, so I would definitely keep my eye on them. We are going to move our way on over to North American standings, and we have Allegiance in first place, Immortals in second place, and Dino Riders fourth. But the one to watch out for is One Trick, who were able to slip their way into that fifth place slot with popular streamer The Zelf on board. Now, we are just about to get ready for E3. This is the inaugural Valor Series season finale. The top 2 regions will go on to the World Finals and have a chance at a prize for $500,000. I've only got one last thing to say to you guys, and that's welcome to the arena.
The confetti was probably the hardest part of the whole challenge for me. I literally had a piece just like get right in my throat, and it made it like really hard to breathe and talk at the same time.
I would be ecstatic if I won and was able to go live at E3. Just to be able to cast at an event of that magnitude would just be amazing. The moment when I walked toward the caster desk, the entire studio was completely just pitch black, and it was honestly pretty intimidating, and it didn't help my nerves at all. But so that kind of contributed to me starting a bit slowly.
2, 1, you're live.
Over the course of the Valor Series regular season, the best teams in North America and Europe fought for the chance to be here at the regional finals. The hardest part about flying solo is no breaks, honestly. There's no, you can't throw it off to someone else. You can't like say what you have to say and just and take a breather. It's just going the entire time. This is the Valor Series Regional Finals. Let's take a look at the Valor Series format.
Welcome to the Valor Series for Europe, North America.
Good job, D2. We're going to keep going. Is there an audio issue, Tim?
Yes, I've got might have a small problem with the caster mic or headset or something.
Oh, can we get a solution? We only got about 40 seconds.
Getting through the audio problems is actually something that I'm a little bit used to, because I've done a few casts where there actually have been audio problems. Sometimes you have to fix them yourself. I've had to run off stage and tell them to, connect our mics.
Get a handheld in or something for them.
Just use this one.
Arena Valor.
On the Europe side, I believe that Team Noob will make the finals. They will meet Team Vitality there, but Team Noob, with their star roster, will be the ones who represent Europe at the Arena Valor World Cup.
And build up hype towards E3.
All right, guys, those are my predictions. Let me know what your predictions are.
Just keep going there a little bit.
But this is it, guys. This is it. This is the Valor Series Regional Finals live at E3. When the confetti cannons went off too early, I should have ran with it. I was able to get the hype out, I feel like, in the end. So, but the confetti was actually pretty cool. I would like to see that in events more.
4, 3, 2, 1, you're live.
And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to beautiful downtown Los Angeles, home of E3 at the Convention Center, and also our battle arena for the Valor Series Grand Finals. There's always a bit of nervousness when it comes to any kind of these challenges, and it gets the adrenaline pumping, and that kind of gets you excited. Because, once I walk out on that desk, I just put a big smile on my face because I love doing this. You guys might be wondering, what teams are actually playing here at E3? Well, luckily, we can set you guys up, and we're going to start off with North America. America. Royal finished off at 5th. Nova being our first contender here at E3 in the 4th seed. Vitality coming on over. It looks like this is for Europe, pardon me.
Once I hit Nova, I realized that's a Spanish org, and I looked at the top, I saw it said EU, and I said, okay, time to make a quick correction. This is actually for Europe and not North America.
Now, if you guys want to kind of figure out what exactly happened during the regular season, luckily we have a recap video for you.
All right, thanks for holding this strong, Opal. We're just going to watch this video. All right, hold on. There's a glitch. Opal, stand by. Stand by, and we're coming back to you in 2, 1. You're live.
Well, looks like we'll get back to that video quite shortly, guys. You know, a little hiccup in the software. It even happens to us here at ESL.
When I have technical challenges, I try and draw the audience's attention away from the fact. It's only bad if the audience cares that it's bad.
This is it. The finals are here for the regional qualifiers for the Valor Series. Thank you very much, guys, for joining us. We're going to go send it off, and it's going to be day 1 here at E3.
So when the confetti cannons went off early, at that point I said, I gotta wrap it up. There's no point, you know, trying to talk over this cannon going loud as hell. You know what, the hype moment was there, so we should be throwing it over to the broadcasters. So just try to wrap it up as soon as possible.
Of course, we are on the brink of making our final decisions to find out who the 2 people will be that become Arena of Valor's next casters. But before we get to that point, we want to take this time to give you some feedback from what we saw in that final challenge. First up in the technical gauntlet, it was you, TJ.
So TJ, I think myself and Will were incredibly impressed by your ability to fall back. Your style and delivery of jokes is a bit new to us, but it's still good, and that sense of smoothness really helped when you were challenged by these technical issues.
What we'd like to see you improve upon is that while you have this character and this style that's uniquely yours, sometimes you just need a little bit more diversity. Especially when you're alone, you need to be able to bring something fresh every now and then so the viewers continue to stay engaged. Next up, it was Bag. Honestly, I was impressed with how you powered through the ending despite the confetti going in your face and also just into your mouth. You know, despite the coughing, I think you kept up the energy, and I think that's something that we see of your experience of being a streamer and being this personality who always has to keep up no matter what's going on.
The only thing we want you to really focus on is keeping your composure. You're going to be throwing all of these curveballs at any time, and the one thing we kind of saw was sort of a loss of composure throughout the challenge.
Third up, it was D2. You were able to skip certain parts or perhaps even things that you had prepared yourself because of the things that were thrown at you on stage. And while normally skipping certain segments or content might be a bad thing, when things are getting thrown at you and you have to power through, if that's the decision you make to make sure that the show goes on, that's a good decision.
We saw you waiting for some of Will's cues to continue throughout, and it seemed that some of the challenges had you stumble on some of your words. So it's just 2 things to look at during a live broadcast.
And last but not least, Opal.
Opal, I think myself and Will and a lot of people who have worked on this show really appreciate the fact that you shouldered a lot of the problems and you took them upon yourself. The people behind the camera, the engineers, the directors, often they're the first people blamed for incidents like this. The fact that you owned up to it and took it on your own is an admirable thing for any caster.
We started to see you maybe get a little too lax, right? You started to swivel in your chair a little bit, perhaps your tone started to drop a little bit, and I think if we want to see the professionalism grow from, you know, this 80 to 90% to 100, everything needs to stay in composure from beginning to the very end. So, TJ, Bag, D2, and Opal. The first person to be going home then will be D2. Unfortunately, you will not be making it to the stage live at E3, but thank you so much for your work. Now there's 3 of you left, and only 2 will be moving on. Which the last person that unfortunately will not be joining us will be
Tune in live from E3 as Bill Jump Carter reveals the winners of Arena of Valor Caster School. Our 2 finalists will also receive caster kits by Razer.